Assalamu alaikum students, this is your first class of chemistry. In this you will learn about some of the basics of chemistry, like what is chemistry and what we will learn in chemistry, like we will discuss atoms, elements and compounds today in this class. So first is we will define chemistry. Chemistry is the branch of science. In science we will learn different branches like biology, physics and chemistry. So chemistry is the branch of science that deals with composition, structure, properties and changes of matter. So here we will discuss about matter. The important thing for us is matter. We'll discuss what is matter. So matter is like, what is matter? Matter is anything that have some mass and occupies some space. But we will discuss about the structure and composition of matter in chemistry. So like about the structure, matter is made up of, how matter is made up of, like what is the composition of matter and what is the structure mean, like matter is made up of different atoms. So we'll discuss about atoms. So next we will learn about the properties and changes of matter. We will learn about the states of matter. Matter exists in three different states. Like we can say that matter exists in solid form, also it exists in liquid form, and matter exists in gaseous form. We can say the gaseous form or gases or gas form. So these are the three states. Like let me write the example here. So we can write the examples of three states of matter. Like for solid we can say that solid form of, like if you are using laptop is solid form. In liquid, water, a glass of water. A glass of water is in liquid form. In gaseous form, like we are inhaling oxygen daily in our daily life. So it's mean that oxygen is in gaseous form because we are inhaling oxygen in air. So air is a mixture of gases. So in this way we can say that matter exists in these three forms. So now next we will discuss about the definition of matter. So now we will discuss about the definition of matter. So matter is anything that have mass and occupies space. For example, if you are sitting on a chair, so the chair is matter, and you also matter because you have some mass. It means you are matter. You are made up of different type of elements. Human is made up of 16 bioelements. This is for your information. So you have to remember, like we are made up of 16 different type of bioelements. So these are bioelements because these elements are related to life. So now moving back to the matter that have some mass and occupies some space. We can give examples here. I'll share example with you. So like we can say the chair or laptop, water. So these are different types of matter. Matter exists in solid form, liquid form and gaseous form. Now I will add one more information along with you. We will learn periodic table in our next lecture. So in periodic table we will discuss about, like there are total 118 elements, out of which 92 are natural, and these elements are in, some of the elements are in solid form, some are in liquid form, some are in gaseous form, and there are only two elements that are in liquid form. But I will share all the informations. But before, there's a question: what is an element? Because we're discussing about matter and in chemistry. So now there's a question about element. Like every matter is made up of, like in every matter there are different type of elements. Like in water there are two elements. For example, I'm writing here this the structure of water. What is inside water? This is water. So water is made up of, the formula of water is H2O. This H2O is made up of hydrogen plus oxygen, gives us H2O. If we'll balance this, so two hydrogen molecules reacts with one oxygen molecule, then we'll get two molecules of H2O. So in this you can see that hydrogen reacts with oxygen. So these are two elements. Two elements combine together and they form water. So what is a matter made up of elements? So now we will discuss what is an element. This is our next definition that we are going to discuss. What is an element? Students, you know that element is a substance that is made up of only same kind of atom, only one kind of atom, and cannot be broken down into simpler substance. For example, how we can explain this, like I'm giving an example of an element. For example, we have an element gold. Gold is an element. So gold is an element, iron is an element, Fe is a symbol used for iron. So gold, iron, these are elements. And gold is made up of only atoms of gold. Iron is made up of only atoms of iron. So carbon is an element. Other than carbon, oxygen is an element. So these are different elements, and these all elements are made up of same kind of atoms. Like oxygen is made up of atoms of oxygen. So now there's a question in your mind, so you can ask a question, and the question is, what is an atom? Like, this is the important thing, because this is the base of chemistry. Like, we have to understand what is an atom. Atom is the simplest, we can say that this is the simple particles. Let me share the definition with you. Like that cannot be broken down into smaller substances. Like every element contains different atoms of same kind. Different atoms mean like a lot of atoms. A lot of atoms in iron, millions of atoms are in iron, but all are of same kind. But the atoms of iron are different from atoms of oxygen, and the atoms of carbon is different from atoms of oxygen. Let me give you the example, then you will understand like how the atoms of every element is different from each other. Now I'm giving example of two different atoms. One is carbon and another one is oxygen. If you'll see carbon, so we'll check that there are 6 protons and 6 neutrons inside carbon. 6 protons and 6 neutrons and 6 electrons around, because electrons revolve around in an orbit around the nucleus of an atom. So here we can say that in carbon atom there are 6 protons, 6 neutrons and 6 electrons, because atom is the simplest particle of matter, and this atom is made up of 3 fundamental subparticles: proton, neutrons and electrons. So this is the structure of carbon atom. And if we draw a structure of oxygen atom, so this is nucleus. In nucleus of oxygen there are 8 protons and 8 neutrons. And how many electrons? 8 electrons revolve around in orbits. So there's a rule you have to remember. In first shell, their orbit and shell are same. In first shell, in first orbit, there are 2 electrons. In second shell, there will be 8 electrons. But in case of oxygen, there are total 8 electrons. 2 electrons are in first shell and 6 in second shell. You can count, these are 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see here there are 8 electrons in oxygen, while there are 6 electrons in carbon. So if we'll write the electronic configuration, we can write in this way: 2 in first shell, 4 in second shell. In this, 2 in first shell, 6 in second shell. But the important thing is that carbon is made up of carbon atoms. Oxygen is made up of oxygen atom. Carbon is an element, oxygen is an element. So we can say that both are elements. Carbon is an element and oxygen is an element. But both have different atoms. The atoms of carbon have 6 protons, 6 neutrons and 6 electrons, while the atom of oxygen have 6 protons, 6 electrons and 6 neutrons. So guys, now we will we will define the atom. So students, as I explained this different structure of carbon and oxygen atom in an element, now this is simple for you. Now you know how we can define atom. Atom is, we will define atom in this way, like atom is the smallest unit of element. This is a unit of element. For example, carbon is an element made up of millions of atoms of carbon. So one atom is the smallest unit of that element. They retain the chemical properties of that element. So we know that carbon is in solid form and oxygen is in gaseous form. This is gas and this is solid. So these are the properties. Okay, these are the properties. Like carbon is in solid form, oxygen is in gas form. So these properties are just because of their atoms in their elements, because atoms retain the chemical properties of that element. Because carbon, the atom contains 6 protons, 6 neutron, and carbon exists in solid form, while oxygen contains 8 proton, 8 neutron, but oxygen exists in gaseous form. So these are properties. It was the basic building block of matter, and all the substances in the universe are made up of atom. So this is the basic building block of matter. Atom is the building block of matter, just like different blocks are used to make a building. In this way, different atoms, a lot of atoms joins together, they make a matter. Like you are a matter. We can say that human. This is simple example, like human is a matter. You can see here a picture of human. So this human is a matter. This is made up of 16 bioelements. Let me revise this. Human is made up of 16 bioelements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. So you will learn in detail with time, like how human are made up of different bioelements. So we can say that every matter is made up of different elements. Every element contains atom. So let me revise once again for you, and we are finishing this class. In chemistry, we discussed about chemistry. What is chemistry? What is matter? And matter is made of elements. Then what is an element? And elements contain atoms. And what are atoms? So this is all for the day. We will discuss more in our next class.